A lot of inmates. Overcrowding has been a problem in the past. An inmate, though, eaten alive by bed bugs is a whole nother matter.
I want to know what happened and how it was allowed to happen. So this is 35-year-old LaShawn Thompson. Last summer, in June of 2022, LaShawn was arrested for a misdemeanor, simple battery. Sometime between then and the fall of 2022, he was transferred from general population to a psychiatric ward. Mental health issues. Then he was found dead from bed bugs and being eaten alive by insects. TstreeT Controversy. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. This is a bizarre story, especially when you think about it happened in a psych ward. But let's watch some news clips and talk about it. Thanks for watching.
Demanded justice months after his death. LaShawn Thompson was found dead in his jail cell, covered in bed bugs and other insects last year. His family believes the filthy living conditions contributed to his death.
Fox 5's Deidre Dukes is live at the Fulton County Courthouse, where the family held a news conference this afternoon. Deidre?
And the family telling us that Thompson suffered from mental issues. He was being held in the jail's psychiatric ward at the time of his death. His family now asking that criminal charges be filed in the case, and they want that jail closed.
There is no excuse for a mentally ill inmate to be left alone in a jail, abandoned to die.
Attorney Michael Harper says that's just what happened.
We have jail reports showing they saw Mr. Thompson deteriorating. The medical staff and the officers saw him deteriorating in the last few weeks before he died. They did nothing to help him.
LaShawn Thompson's family wants those responsible for his care at the Fulton County Jail to be criminally charged after the inmate was found dead in his jail cell, covered in bugs, September 13th. Thompson was being held in the psychiatric wing.
We're asking for Sonny Willis, the DA of Fulton County, to launch a criminal investigation into the death of LaShawn Thompson. And we are also asking for the Fulton County Commissioners to close the jail and to build a new one.
Harper represents Thompson's family. He shared these images of the filthy jail cell Harper was being held in.
How is that allowed to happen? Look at this cell. And better yet, or worse yet, in a psych ward, in a prison, where there should be extra protection? No, heads have got to roll for this and that family. You know, for him to be in, we don't know the details of the charges or, his history, but nobody deserves to die like that. And then a bed bug investigation, being eaten alive, itching all day, scratching. Was he, was he raising these concerns to the staff? Family and supporters of the LaShawn Thompson, an inmate who died at the Fulton County Jail in 2022, called for closure and replacement of the Fulton County Jail and request criminal investigation into the death of the Georgia man. So he was arrested and booked into the prison or the jail on June the 12th. By the way, Fulton County Jail is down in Atlanta, Georgia. And in September, he was gone. We have jail reports showing that Mr. Thomas saw Mr. Thomas deteriorating. The medical staff and officers saw him deteriorating in the last few weeks before he died and did nothing to help. Harper shared photographs of the filthy jail cell. By the way, you can see all of that in actual pictures of Mr. Thompson. And they're just, when you look at how heavy he was when he went in compared to the graphic photos that are circulating around on social media, how long was he like that? It's just so many questions, so many questions. And as you can see here, looked like a pretty big guy. I mean, just look at the state of this cell. Look at it. And the guards who have to go around and do checks in the morning, noon, or morning, afternoon, at night, they didn't raise any alarms to people to say, hey, listen, he in there living in his own, waste. He's losing all his weight. He got all his marked and everything. We got to take care of him because I'm not trying to lose my job. Or how was this allowed to happen? And for him to be in there for months, and this is a psych ward. These are the conditions of the Fulton County Jail where LaShawn Thompson was found dead, covered in lice and feces at the time of his death. Over 90% of his unit was severely, basically his body was severely, over 90% of this or his unit, did they mean body, or was severely malnourished? Every person had lice and scabies. Oh, so the whole unit is bad. They got to shut that joint down. See, look what I found. Nothing but bad news about the Fulton County Jail. This first one right here is a video that they did from Instagram. The prisoners, Fulton County Jail staff, are fired over inappropriate contact with an inmate. I can imagine it's Atlanta though. That jail is probably something else. A former Fulton County Jail detention officer has been arrested for allegedly not stepping in when an inmate was being stabbed and repeatedly. Oh yeah, who's in charge over there? You know, I understand it's difficult to hire for to be, you know, for correctional officers and detention officers, but this is outrageous. And then you have mental health prisoners in the psych ward being eaten alive by bugs. What? Another Fulton County Jail officer fired and arrested for unlocking cells allowed inmates to be attacked. Oh, this place is a mess. See, that's why I don't do the crime, don't do the time. I make sure I drive up my seatbelt. Like, you know, I don't run no yellow lights. No, I keep up with the with keeping the grass cut and trimmed, and you know the HOA. No, I don't want no type of citations. They're talking about $2 billion to build a new jail. Unreal. I forgot there was a story that came out this week of a another incident in the Fulton County Jail where there's an inmate hogtied being taunted with a blade. You got to go on Twitter to see this type of stuff. I can't show it on YouTube, but it's just, yeah, they got some major problems in that jail. I mean, look at this headline right here. They got some significant problems that they have to take care of. And when you look at how he looks there, and you can tell this is a little old, you know, not a little, it's kind of, you know, I don't know how they dress, you know, down there, not like this, but he got South Pole on. So this is looking like, you know, mid to late 2000s. But when you look at the photo of him, you know, and they're available. You can find them. They're on Twitter, they're on social media, and him covered in bugs, like, you know, who's in charge of the psych ward? Who's in charge? They gotta go. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Prayers to him and his family. You know, you shouldn't go to jail and be treated like that, especially in a psych ward. That's what's really getting me. Thanks for watching.